Hey, what's going on out there? It's Christina, and today we are going to expand the binomial. Now here we have a lovely binomial, 9b plus 1, right? It's a binomial because bi in mathematical terms, science terms, right? Bi means 2. And since we're talking about polynomials, we're talking about many different terms. So a binomial is just a mathematical expression that has 2 terms. So if I look at 9b plus 1, 9b, the b is the variable, so this is one term. And then the 1 doesn't have any variable, so that's a different term. And that is the binomial, 9b plus 1. Now, the binomial is being squared, right? It's being raised to the second. And that's where our expansion is going to lie. Right? To expand on something means that you're just opening it up, right? You're making it bigger. So basically we're going to state the same thing, but just in a bigger format. And it comes from the exponent. Now, when you have something, right, it doesn't matter whether it's this fancy binomial or a polynomial or just a number, right? 4 squared. This exponent tells you how many you have. So let's just write that down. So the exponent is always going to tell you how many of whatever it is you have. So in this case, right, where it's 9b plus 1 and it's being squared, you have 2 binomials because the exponent is squared, right? Keep in mind that 4 squared is 4 times 4. You have 2 4s. Here's one and here's the other. So let's just rewrite and expand the binomial by just stating that you have 2 of these. So here's my first parenthesis, 9b plus 1. There's your first binomial. And now let's do it again, 9b plus 1. And there's your second. There's your expansion. Now let's just actually do the math, right? Now notice when we did that 4 squared example, right? It was 4 times 4. The operation in between those two values that you have is always going to be multiplication. So multiplying with binomials is no different. The operation in between the two binomials is still going to be multiplication. So we are just multiplying binomials together. Now, the way that I like to think about it is you just got to be fair. Right? We're just going to distribute, do a little distributing. We don't need an acronym. We don't need a table. All we got to do is just be fair, right? You do all your heavy lifting on your first parenthesis, and you just got to be fair throughout the whole thing. Once all the fairness is done, you exhausted all possibilities, then you just make it nice, you clean it up, and that's the answer. So let's look at our first term in the first parenthesis, 9b. We know that we have to multiply, but never multiply the things that are in the same parenthesis because it clearly states that it's being added, in this case, right? So we must go across the parenthesis, across the pond, to the other parenthesis. So we're going to be multiplying 9b with 9b, but here's where the fairness comes. You must exhaust all options. So this 9b can multiply with this 9b, but there's another term. So now your 9b has to multiply with the other term. And if there was another term, well, then you would multiply by that. And if there was another term, you got to multiply by that. So you multiply as many terms as you have. So let's do the multiplication first, and then we will discuss the next term. So numbers first, 9b times 9b. 9 times 9 is 81. And now let's just focus in on those variables. Now when you're multiplying variables, you gotta collect them all. So I have one b value here. I have another b value. How many total b's do we have? Yeah, we got 2, right? When you multiplying variables, you secretly add their exponents. And 1 plus 1 is now 2. So I now have 81b squared. If I can, there you go. So 81b squared, I collected all the b's. Now, 9b times 1. Well, 9b times 1, anything times by 1 is the same, so this would just be 9b. Okay, and I put this in different colors because when you simplify, only b squareds want to simplify with b squareds. Only b's will simplify with b values. So right now, these can't really simplify via addition or subtraction because they're different terms. Now, once you finish and you're fair with the first term, you could forget about that term. Forget about it. And now move on to your next term. So, got to be fair. I got to take that 1 and multiply it by the first term and the second term. And just like before, if there was a third term, you're going to multiply that. And if there was a fourth term, you got to multiply it by that. Okay. But in this case, we only got a binomial, so you're just multiplying by two things. And it's a positive 1. So 1 times anything is itself. So 1 times 9b would be another 9b. And then 1 times 1, it's all positive, so plus 1. Now, all we got to do is just simplify the 9b's. 81b squared can't be simplified, so 81b squared. And now, 9b plus 9b. 9 plus 9 is 18, so plus 18. And when you're adding or subtracting variables, the variable stays the same. So in this case, it would be 18b. And then plus 1. And that's it. We are done. Can't simplify anymore. They're all different colors. So 81b squared plus 18b plus 1, and that's the final answer. What'd you think? Thank you so much for viewing the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I can't believe this channel, it is, is what it is, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for your support. To this day, we're almost at 70,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. My brother and I would have never dreamed anything like this would have happened from just, a small little education channel. So thank you so much for your support. I hope you're doing well out there, and I hope we're giving you great educational content and that you're learning from us. So thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Good luck on your test and quizzes, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? All right, bye-bye.